Here's the phone number of our doctor. This one's for the theater.
But we're not...
Snacks are on the fridge. Help yourself to lasagna.
Lasagna? But we're not... That lasagna looks good.
It is a legend no one will forget. Everybody thought the Super Show was as bad as a Mario cartoon could be. And then, the sequel attacked. Deke was back! With the zaniest danger ever known, even more animation errors. With their useless Mario trivia, Delfino and Peach will watch every single episode and complete the Supershow Saga.
Oh, God. Why did you turn on the fan?
Because I'm hot.
It's hot in Topeka.
Listen, if one of us has to suffer.
I understand that you are a hot toe picker.
I am a hot toe picker.
I'm a hot toe picker. Well, maybe this wouldn't happen if you dusted your fan every once in a while.
I didn't know I'm supposed to dust my fan. I could do that later today, but there's no, like, we're not 8 feet tall, so it's hard to climb up there right now, because my bed's so low to the ground.
That's true.
How can I reach?
You get a really tall stick.
Yeah, and what's
Get
on
one
the
of
end
those,
the
like, the grabby hands.
Yeah, like the
with
dinosaur.
the dinosaur on it. It's just clean your fan. It's fine.
I can probably jimmy something up for it.
I feel like mine isn't as dusty because I use it more often.
I mean, mine, this summer, it's always been on low. And yours is the one that it can turn off more often.
True.
Because it's connected to your wall
My lights, yeah.
output. Yeah. So when you just flick them off because you're tired of lights, oops, now we're sweating. And with that,
Hello and welcome to today's episode of Delfino and Peach's Superstar Saga.
Super Show.
Hello and welcome to Delfino and Peach's Supershow Saga. Featuring me, Peach Supreme.
And I, Delfino Durians. And congratulations to everyone listening and to the both of us because we're at the halfway point of watching Mario 3!
Woohoo!
Yay!
Yay!
This is episode 14 of the Mario show.
I don't know, you've made it all complicated by counting the bonus episodes, and now I can't tell where we are half the time.
It all makes sense in my head.
Yeah,
In
sure.
my
In your
mind.
mind palace. I've now officially plotted out the course for the rest of the episodes.
Mm-hmm. And the schedule is looking to be really fun. There are some holidays that line up, but no promises. But it's our current penciled in schedule.
If our current penciled in schedule goes as planned, we'll have a special Valentine's Day episode.
Yes, as our schedule goes planned. So, today's episode, oh wait.
What was it? What did we watch?
Okay, apparently I've got Peach going crazy off dust because she's going nuts. So our episode today,
It's about Versace, right?
what about Versace?
Or is it Versace?
Who could say it's not gay? Today. Italian, like my salami, my Maserati,
my
Lamborghini,
Luigi.
Luigi. That's a good addition.
Oh my god.
What's that? I got Peach watching some internet historian videos, and our current favorite is fashion.
There's so much to love about that episode.
In the field for fashion, where they comment on different things about fashion, like wearing animals. What animal is the most prideful?
Like the most high-end animal.
Yeah, I say it's the white tiger. That's about as high-end as you can get.
True.
It's a tiger, and it's a
That is
rare
white.
color.
Yes.
Yeah, there you go.
Or like
here.
snow leopard. That one's
Ooh.
also.
I feel like leopard pattern though. We're also used to seeing the pattern, but if you're like, no, it's the
same
real
with
animal.
tiger.
Yeah, where it's like it's the pattern. I feel like I see tiger patterns less than leopard pattern things.
Because it's a little more gaudy to wear tiger pattern things.
Gaudy. It's more expensive. Either way, and they talk about the sheep. The sheep is so funny. It's a sheep that a real artist totally drew from life, 100%. Yes, they very much.
He's an absolute unit. Oh, speaking of absolute units, the Choose Your Legends just got revealed for Fire Emblem.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so excited. I know you're disappointed.
I am sitting in anger because Crom was snubbed by these stinking bots. My anger really does kind of devolved into, they took my vote.
On one hand, I am kind of upset that people used bots to cheat. On the other hand, I'm like, Gatekeeper's so funny though.
I mean, I don't like how he won, but the fact that he did win,
and
what
and
it's
they're
resulted
and they're
is
having
fun.
a lot of fun with him.
Yes.
So it's like everyone's like, oh, he's just gonna be a boring Lance Yuta. And they're like,
Or some people are
Nah.
thinking axe, maybe, and it's like, no, he's a tome horn.
he's got a horn and he calls in the cavalry.
He calls in everybody.
His art is great.
I like that there's a background in his art. It reminds me of Dragalia's Lost artwork, where there's a background to it, too. Oh, I saw, there was a really fun edited picture.
Nice.
Where he's chugging a
You know, when I was looking at that picture, I'm like, they're gonna edit this to death.
and it's like, yes, but
I love how his subtitle is nothing to report.
oh, it's nothing. No, nothing too problematic. I hope his forging bonds will be that he'll be like, "Greetings, General. Nothing to report. Like, nothing is weird." And then she'll be like, "Yes, there is something to report. You, me. What's wrong with me?"
It really feels like there's something for everyone, though, because we've got, like, the classic Fire Emblem fans can get Marth and Erica.
Yeah.
And then, like, the newer Fire Emblem fans can get Marianne. And then the people that enjoy memes like me can
Meme
get
people
Gatekeeper.
can get Gatekeeper. I feel like if memes would have won, would that mean Reinhardt have stolen a spot?
I mean, Reinhardt gets pretty high every year simply
I
because
feel
of the
like he's
memes.
been drifting, though.
True. He's been drifting a little lower.
He's-
I was surprised how many votes Itsuki got.
Me too! He was in 20th place, and Tsubasa was the highest rung of the girls, too.
I just
like,
want another
dang.
Tokyo Mirage Sessions banner.
I think I gave my voting to Maiko. I'm hoping to see her.
I always vote for Mowari.
No, I gave my votes to Tiki. I gave my votes to Utaloid Tiki. Because I want to see Utaloid, her. But yeah, Crom was snubbed by the bots.
I don't think he'll ever win, but I really want Zelgius to get an ult.
Zelgius. I feel like Soren's more likely than
True.
Zelgius.
I just love the Black Knight.
I mean, we can do some Choose Your Legends 6 predictions. Let's look at the,
I think Crom's gonna win next year.
I'm
simply out of spite.
If Crom does not win, I'm giving up, Faye.
I'm wondering who the meme pick's gonna be.
Well, they might decide on somebody. Like, whoever was in the bottom for last year. Third place was Byleth.
I don't want Violet.
Why do people keep voting
People
for
want
Bernadetta?
Bernadetta. I don't know.
I'm not into Hikikomoris, man. Corin got a straight... Okay, everyone is dying for Felix.
People just want 3 houses.
I don't understand Felix, okay?
I don't know. I'm hoping that by the third Choose Your Legends, the 3 houses hype will.
You mean the 6th?
Well, the third year of
Yeah.
Choose Your Legends since 3 houses appearance, that the
The
hype will die down a
down.
bit. Because it's like when Face first started, a lot of people were like all over Fates, and then it's like
and then that all petered away, and then people were trying to get into Echoes.
Although we still got Camilla, so we.
I liked everyone voting for Yuri, though. I think that was a good pick. Because he's not even in the game yet. Felix is in the game. Go get his Christmas alt. Stop whining. I do like how Hilda got a lot of votes. The Robins matched each other
It was really funny.
on equal footing.
Did
I don't... Was Dedu's? I don't think he was in the game yet. Because didn't he come in with Marianne?
I think it's funny how
Everyone started voting for Mom.
big MILF energy there.
Stop it. Ash wasn't in the game. Azura is another, like,
Ash?
Where'd that come from? Salif comes from angry old fans. And yeah, there's Tharja. But there's a better list. Yeah, Soren was 7th place.
I think somewhere I had a list saved of where everyone
11.
from Tokyo Mirage Sessions placed. But
Yeah. But either way, Sylvain, Dorothea.
there's just so
people
much.
voting for Yeah, Itsuki was 20th in the men's category. Loot! And I love how everyone voted for Plumeria last season, and now it's like, It's the same with Loki. Everyone was going for Loki, and then they're like, oh, who's this next? Ooh. And everyone just wasn't looking anymore, and we all left. Black Knight, I think. He's the one that gets more votes. What
I love
would
Black
Black Knight wear? What
They
do you
should technically count as the same person, I think. I think they should just combine.
Zelgius? Well, that's a spoiler.
You
Severa
think
got a
Faye
bunch of
cares
votes.
about spoilers?
They don't. Severa got a bunch of votes. She
Oh,
wasn't, in the game yet. Yeah. Same with Casper. And
Yeah,
Reinhardt.
The Anna
Ace
support
followed.
went down after she did finally get
Yeah.
alt. Although I
Suba-
would still love to see an Anna alt.
Yeah, and Tsubasa's the 7th highest. Yeah, people down here are like, we love them, even though they're already in the game. We really love them. I got Nafini's got some supporters.
Is it Nafini or Nefene?
Nefi, I call her Nafini. Yeah, Zelgius ranks a lot lower than Black Knight. Sorry.
Yeah,
Very
most
sad.
people just
All
do
the
Black
Leaf
Knight.
voters also left. Where did they go?
Well, everyone was kind of
Tiki
gathered
was
under Marth because they really wanted Marth to win.
Tiki was 3rd highest among Tokyo Mirage Sessions voters. So I am happy for that. Bearcoo! We're nuts for Bearcoo. I have a feeling Charlotte's voters are all gonna go away after
Perhaps.
this. Toma, because he's not in the game yet. Yashiro, also not in the game. Luthier was not in the game. A lot of people. But this list does not make sense to me, because what is the name of the guy with the Grand Hero battle unit?
Peleus.
P-E-L... He was 99th overall.
That's an interesting... He was above Manuela. Interesting.
Why is...
He was probably in some other sort of thing, like villains that you'd want to see in. Like
Maybe he's the highest voted among the villains or morally gray people that aren't in the game yet.
Perhaps. I don't know.
Yashiro.
But people are excited about Peleus. Sad boy.
He's so sad. Anyways. And also speaking of sad things, do we want to talk about it this week?
Oh, sure, why not? There was
Okay.
some breaking news, but that's apparently not very breaking at all.
Because it's 8 months old already, but they just never told us. But Mario's voice actor, Walker Boone, has passed away. They haven't said how or why, but well, they did say when. It was January.
I mean, he was pretty old, so.
And, yeah, he's like 70-something.
I mean, we all know him from Mario, but he mostly did live action stuff. I
Star
believe.
Trek, cop shows, etc. But God rest your soul, Walker Boone.
God rest his soul.
Your work is not forgotten.
He will sit along Captain Lou and Bob Hoskins.
And in terms of
terms
dead
of-
Marios,
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Why do you say it like that?
past Marios.
Oh, I think I got some cookie crumbs in my phone.
It's just what happens when you eat in your bed.
Why you eating on your phone?
Stop eating
Get off
your
your stereo.
Get off your
I'm
phone.
your babysitter, and I say you can't eat while you're on your phone.
You can't control what I do. So that is our little segue into the episode Misadventures in Babysitting.
I feel like we should have another segue where you have been mistaking this episode for a different episode for a while
I
now.
haven't super accused it of anything bad,
You
but
accused it of being your least favorite episode, and then we watched it and you're like, wait, this wasn't the right episode.
oops. Listen, there were
I
people
have-
involved.
I have a feeling that the one you're thinking of is Mushroomers.
It most likely is. That's the only one with mass people in it, besides Bennett's Menace, which I remember that one.
No,
That one's
it's
fun.
the language of my people.
We gotta save the jokes. So, we have Misadventures in Babysitting, which is the name of the first DCOM, Disney Channel original movie, Adventures in Babysitting.
You're gonna plug your DCOM podcast?
Well, it's not even mine. It's just one of my favorites.
Oh, the one that you like?
D-comedy, where they watch a lot of the old DCOMs. It's really fun, and it's...
DCOM stands for Disney Channel original movie, by the way.
Right. Not everything that's ever aired on Disney Channel counts as a DCOM. Like, Sky High is not a DCOM.
Nope.
I always thought it was, but it's not. But I do like the current rotation of DCOMs. I was really hoping for it, but unfortunately they're making new movies with Spin. But there was that for their 100th DCOM, it was a remake of their first DCOM, Adventures in Babysitting. It was like a modern retelling of it.
I think it was based on an old novel.
Okay. But they had announced that another DCOM project that they're working on is a remake of their second DCOM.
What is the second DCOM?
It's like Harry the Mummy.
Oh boy.
It's so weird, but I was really hoping that the loop would just be that only 100 DCOMs can exist, and every 100 they have to remake the past 100. So it's like we'll just keep seeing the same stuff over and
Mario
over.
Party, the top 100, but with DCOMs.
Well, it's like remastered versions.
I think it's interesting
releasing
how there's only
games.
like a handful of animated ones. Like there's the Proud Family movie and the Phineas and Ferb movie.
Tangled counts. Tangled Before Ever After counts as a DCOM.
That was a pilot.
It counts, though. List of
Oh
DCOMs.
gosh, now we've pulled up this list.
I'm just Googling this right now. It's the Disney Channel original movies.
Did you ever babysit?
What?
Have you ever babysat for someone?
No. Everyone else did. I was babysat.
Of course you were babysat.
Because I am baby.
Well, we would have babysitters while Mom was doing her piano lessons so that we wouldn't run the house.
I thought it was always when they went out to dinner and stuff.
Well, that too, but
Okay. But no,
it's like our neighbor would come over.
we had
while
our
Mom was
neighbor-
doing her piano lessons.
Yeah, she's in high school, and she was really fun. She liked playing GameCube, which to me is just speaking my language.
I remember one time I was pretending to play Harvest Moon outside. I was like gathering like things to sell. And I'm like, I'm going to sell them at the store. Oh God.
But no, she brought over Pikmin and Lego Star Wars 2. Those were my two favorite games. I remember you did not like Pikmin though, because you couldn't get behind the time limit.
I thought that you had to get at least one treasure day or else you were screwed. And so I spent one day just kind of fiddling around and I didn't get anything. And I'm like, I'm done. I can't do anything.
So yeah, it's that their first... What? Adventures in Babysitting was their first DCOM, but it's not listed here. But it says that Under Wraps. And yes, they're making a new Under Wraps.
Oh boy.
And it's like, why? Why are you doing this? I mean, there's a lot.
I mean, they remade Frankenweenie in the Tim Burton style.
Oh, where's Frankenweenie?
You just gotta use the Command F function, or else we'll be here all day.
It's not here.
No, it's not.
No.
This list stinks.
This list stinks. But yeah.
It stinks.
It stinks.
Oh, so this year's DCOM is Spin. Oh, they do have the
highest rated.
No, that's highest rated. I thought that was the list of animated ones.
No,
just because
Wizards
I saw.
of Waverly Place is number 2.
Really?
Wow.
High School Musical 2 is the top rated one.
I mean, I feel like it's the best one.
I did watch that one when it came out.
I feel like it's fun. Oh, Jump In! It's the one with the High School Musical people
Corbin
in
Blue.
it. Yeah, Corbin Blue. You know his name. I do not.
Like, that was my era.
Within the calendar year. Also, this is like the best of...
I did babysit a little while, but not too much.
No. my gosh, look at this number. 17 million people.
It always makes me think of the John Mulaney story where he's talking about his babysitter who was only like a few years older than him, and he's like, that's just getting like a slightly older child to watch your child. She could dial the phone just as well as I could.
Well, she knows
It's
how
like getting
to
a
dial.
horse to watch your dog while you go away.
I trust
Here's
the
the
horse.
phone book. Here's the number to our doctor, and you're a horse.
Thank you. I mean,
Oh,
the
I
one
love
thing
John
I
Mulaney.
have babysat is cats.
Well, that's cat sitting. It's
I
different.
love cat sitting.
Cat sitting is very simple. You go scoop the poop, refill the food, give all the pets.
and you leave. Although
leave.
I would always stay in the house. I'd be a creep. It's like when the neighbor with Mr. Darcy left, they left Mr. Darcy's whole genealogy family tree.
Mr. Darcy was the sweetest little cat.
He was not sweet. He was a trickster.
He was a very big trickster.
He was a trickster.
He was a ragdoll.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But
He had
was,
the most
he was
perfect-
Siamese.
He had the most perfect little paws, and you could tell he's never been outside ever.
Because he always tried to escape the harness when escaping. But no, my favorite one to cat sit was Kitten Cat.
Kit Kat?
Yeah, Kitten Cat. Kit Kat. They were just so cute. They were very meowy, and I could see how they
They
would
had
be
big
annoying.
fangs.
But
They had kind of an overbite.
I love
loved
Kitten Cat.
Kit Kat.
Kit
So
Cat.
cute.
So
They were very
cute.
big.
Big Cat. I mean,
Kit Kat was big.
my favorite big cat also is Murphy.
Oh, Murphy. I miss
Murphy.
He was a
He
Siamese.
moved away.
A big chonker.
He was so big. There's a picture of me and I'm holding him and he's like a doll.
You could tell he lived with kids because he was just like accepting. He's like,
I'm
this
fine.
is my fate.
I'm fine.
Here we go.
Although it was fun when he jumped on your lap and I was like, I'm so jealous of you. And he's sinking his
He's
claws.
sticking his claws into the flesh of my leg, and I'm like,
Yeah, so jealous.
So jealous, aren't you? So
I love him though.
So this is a very long way to say this is the Misadventures in Babysitting. And
Well, there is a cat in this episode. Hey, see, we're still on. We're
Yeah.
still on.
But
I
it's
feel like
written
we've
by-
been going off on
But it's
tangents
written
a
by
lot
Doug
lately.
Booth, who had written the previous episode, Totally Magical Adventure. And I think that was his left-hand written episode, because this one, to me, felt a bit better.
I stayed awake during this episode.
Yes, so
Like,
that last one was his left-hand written.
was the last episode the one where you were trying to talk to me and I was just like,
Yeah, it's where you
"I'm so
ate a
tired."
sandwich.
I ate a sandwich
and
and
you
then
went
I
to
went
sleep.
to sleep. My apologies.
But unfortunately, Peach, I think we both watched the wrong show, because this looks to me more like Rugrats than it
We made the
does
same joke.
than it does the Mario 3.
It's Rugrats set in Ohio or Brooklyn.
Why Ohio?
Because they've got Ohio merchandise all over the walls.
I did not notice
I
this.
kept trying to see, like, because they have, like, sports banners, like the pennant flags all over the walls. And I kept trying to see what it said, because, like, it looked like it just had random writing. And then one said Ohio, and I'm like, maybe one of them's from Ohio. Do they have the accent? Don't you know?
Maybe-
That's Wisconsin.
That's Nova Scotia.
Nova Scotia, don't you know?
I don't know what accent that is either.
Either.
This isn't Danny Phantom where Vlad is a big Packers fan.
I don't know.
And they just say that
It
he's
makes me
into
wonder, do all the
Packers.
pipes to the Mushroom Kingdom lead to Brooklyn? Because there's the one pipe that goes to Hollywood, but maybe they had to go to Brooklyn and then take another pipe to Hollywood. Could they theoretically take a pipe anywhere?
I don't know. Maybe the pipe where it takes. Maybe pipes are randomly changed, like every
I think
morning.
pipes just do what they want.
Like I think you
They just have a mind of their own.
you wake up the next morning and your
You
pipe
put
to
a coin
Brooklyn's
in and
gonna
it
take
spins
you to
a wheel.
Chicago.
Wheel of morality. Turn, turn, turn. Tell us the place that...
We shall go learn.
I don't know.
Adjourn.
Adjourn. Yes, good.
We're not good at rhyming when it comes to needing to rhyme.
At least on the spot.
Anyways, so down to these mom's glasses looking like Dee Dee Pickles.
Seriously,
that
the kid
is-
looks like Chucky.
That's Tommy and Dill's mom, by the way. Do you know Rugrats' names? I don't, so I looked
Vaguely.
these up for reference.
Yeah, so the mom looks like that mom. The dad...
He looks like Angelica's dad, Drew
Yeah,
Pickles.
he looks like Angelica's dad, and the kid looks like Chucky.
You think he looks like Chucky the most? I think it's that hair. It's just
It's the crazy red hair.
messy hair. But
Does he have glasses? I don't know.
so
Maybe he also kind of looks like the Chucky doll, but I don't
so
think
the mom and dad, they're packing to leave, and they zoom into the mom's face, and she's got these like ugly spots on her face, and it's like, what the heck, man? Why are you trying to imply that the mom's ugly with these spots on her
all
face?
the Brooklynites are just disgusting.
That's not fair to people, okay? We're not all Mario Brothers supermodels. Come on.
I mean, apparently the Mario Bros are like the cream of the human crop.
I guess so. Maybe being in the Mushroom Kingdom has mutated them to be
have nice skin.
to have nice skin. Maybe Toadstool's
The
sharing
fresh
her
air.
creamer with them.
They have lots of fresh air.
Yeah, and there's no
No
more
Brooklyn
garbage.
smut, no more garbage.
so the little kid, his name is Junior, which foreshadowing to real Junior, and he's got a poor kitty cat that he's just beating the heck out of. He's breaking
kitty.
things, and he puts the kitty in charge to
He's
be
like, the
the.
kitty is bad.
He said,
He's
"Yeah,
a bad cat.
hey, you bad cat," and they're like, "Oh, you're just so bad." What's the cat's name? Anchovy.
I don't know, Snagglepuss.
All right, Putty Cat.
All right, pretty cat.
So this is just going on, and then Mario and Luigi just
Are suddenly
fall into the episode.
they're just like in the void, and they're like, "Where are we today, Mario? Where have these pipes decided to drop us in?" And they open it up, and it's like,
Well, we're in someone's house.
I see we're in a house.
So Mario's like, we're not just anywhere. You see that Brooklyn Bridge? This has gotta be Brooklyn, or my name's not. And then he's interrupted, but it's almost like Mario doesn't remember what his name is.
My name's not.
What is my name, Luigi? It's Mario.
Mario.
I'm Luigi Mario.
I still sit on the fact that I think Mario has a different first name, but they all call him by his last name.
You think it's like the
Maybe it's something like super Italian. So he's like, just Mario's fine.
Let's look it up. Italian boy names. Boat names.
Is it gonna be Mario?
Italian baby names for baby boys. Okay.
The number one name.
Alfonso.
This is in
Beto,
order. Tonino. Totino's Pizza.
Tonino. Giovanni.
Oh, Giovanni's.
Guido.
Lamberto.
Cristallo. Marcello.
Bonavento. Feliciano.
Figaro.
D'Angelo.
Figaro.
Hermano.
Fantino.
Oh, these are so fun to say.
These are really fun.
Italian baby names for your little stallion.
and their meanings. Leonardo, Francesco, Alessandro, defending men. Andrea.
Mattia. Gabriele.
These sound like feminine names.
Tommaso.
Unless it ends with
It means
the O.
tomato.
It means twin.
I know,
Okay,
it means
Mario's new name is
It's Tommaso.
Tommaso Mario.
He goes by Mario because his first name sounds too much like tomato.
and he doesn't like that. So yeah.
Maybe that's why he wears red all the time.
Game theory.
Game
is
theory.
Mario's name Tommaso?
Tommaso?
It's
wow.
confirmed. So
So they crawl out of the sink and they're standing in this person's apartment and the lady just opens the door and he's like, "Oh, you must have come in through the back. It's totally fine."
you must be the babysitters. I guess the other person skipped. I'm not. It doesn't ring any strange bells to me.
Maybe they hadn't even met the baby.
And so she starts going through the whole, this is here, this is
He
there.
just hands him an entire phone book. She's
Here's
just
the
like,
phone
"All right,
book,
here's the phone book."
doctors, and you can help yourself to stuff through the fridge. And Mario's trying to talk out of it, but she's like, I've got this nice lasagna for you. Mario says, lasagna.
Lasagna. And Luigi's like, I don't know about babysitting. Mario's like, shh. I want that lasagna, Luigi.
That lasagna looks good. I love his line.
A lasagna looks good.
You can't stop me from this lasagna. I mean, do you think if we were ever to,
Man, if
we
the
were ever
new-
mistaken for babysitters, and they're like, yeah, and the shrimp Alfredo is in the fridge, you'd be like, the shrimp Alfredo looks good.
Oh, I think I'm gonna babysit this
That
kid.
crab meat looks good.
I want the crab. So the parents like GTFO it out of there as soon as they can. They're like, get out.
She turns into Charlotte Pickles, which is Angelica's mom, where she's just like, quick, let's get out of here.
Well, it's like she's starting with like this, oh, hi, you're the babysitters. And then she leaves and she's like, Floyd, honey, we're getting out of here.
They just hate their kids so much. I guess they just need a break from him. But this kid
Being a
really
parasite.
needs to pull his pants up. I get what they're going for is that he's too big for his shirt.
It's also a 90s thing.
Okay, to
A
have
fashion thing.
to have a
your
crop
midriff,
top?
To have your midriff exposed.
it's a crop top. But
I guess.
it just felt to me like he needed to pull up his pants.
You need to build.
So immediately the kid's like, oh, I can't wait to torture these two schmucks. So it's like, let's play hide and
Well,
seek.
because he watched them crawl out of the sink.
Okay, so he decides to follow them.
So he's like, we're gonna play hide and seek, and I'm gonna hide in the sink. And he's winking the whole time.
Where you can see me. And they're like, okay.
Yeah,
So
okay.
Mario and Luigi both obey, and they start counting. And the kid's like, oh boy, I can't wait to crawl into this dark place that I could get stuck in. Whee! It's just so ready.
Don't
to
people
have a
usually
bad
keep
time.
their sinks locked when they have kids because of the
Oh.
chemicals and stuff?
I would think it's also, they get, like, you get your arm stuck in
I
something.
mean, we used to have the
the door lockers.
lock on the sink just so we
Yeah.
couldn't get into bleach or whatever.
Oops. I mean, you were the one who
Now
needed
we're
the
all-
childproof things
Oh,
the most.
excuse me.
Yes, Miss Outlet Finger. Put your fingers in the
Ha
outlet.
ha ha. All
Ha
right.
ha ha.
So apparently the pipe has now decided to lead to giant land.
I felt like it was a jungle land.
Grassland.
Mario Land.
Mario Land.
It's just somewhere in the Mushroom Kingdom. But this kid's taking really well to
Why were
suddenly
Mario and
being
Luigi
in this
there
fun
in the first place?
I mean, they could just they fell in.
Maybe they're the ones in charge of mapping out where these random pipes go.
That could be the case. I could see that. Yeah, it would be like their side job when Toadstool's not being kidnapped. They're like, all right, we're gonna go
They're now cartographers.
map some escape routes. So this kid's just taking so well to be in the Mushroom Kingdom. He's like, oh boy, this is so much fun.
dude.
This is so much fun. And there's a boomerang throw, and he runs out of nowhere and throws a boomerang at him. And the boomerang is so sharp that it cuts a tree.
But then the kid
He
catches it with
grabs
his
it.
bare hands.
And grabs it back. It just reminds me of that YMS tangent about how, what's it called when you're on an alpine and there's the ski lift, the wire on the ski lift, the Zamboni. It's like the metal wire that you use to travel up.
It's just a wire.
The wire, okay.
On the ski
I thought it
lift.
had a fancy name, but it's that the movie Frozen insisted that it was all about that thing's so sharp it's gonna cut your hands, and he's like, now if this person in Mythbusters if it was as sharp as this man tell, then this man would have lost his hand in Mythbusters, just running up and down it with a little thin cloth. It's like, oh yeah, it's really terrible, huh? And how did they just deal with it so fine? So, Kooky, Cheatsy, and Bully are just out.
They're having a morning constitutional.
But I don't think they'd have a morning constitutional. I think they're just having the cool kids are hanging out. Because Hip and Hop are too weird. They're by themselves. Cootie Pie
When did
is
Cheatsy
a girl.
become part of the cool kids?
Well, Cheatsy got his way in, and Big Mouth is too annoying to be in the cool kids gang. And so the
so
three
the
of
cool
them-
kids accounts for Bully, Cheatsy, and Cootie.
Sure. They're the ones that they think they're the only cool ones in the group.
I think, based on our idea of how old they are on the show, they are the 3 oldest.
Okay. Maybe.
I would say that Bully is the oldest. They say that. in the glossary.
Hip and Hop are the youngest.
Hip and Hop are the youngest. I would say Kooky, I guess, would be second oldest.
Okay.
And then Cheatsy.
Cheatsy, and then Cootie Pie.
Cootie Pie, Big
Mouth.
Mouth, and the twins.
Hip and Hop. Hop is youngest. Okay, so Kookie's like, whoa, look at that strange little feller.
I love that he calls him a strange little fella.
He's a real worlder.
Mondo Bizarro, dude.
What's going on?
What's crack-a-lackin'?
And they're
90s lingo.
what's going on? And they take a really long
Tubular.
pause to think of an excuse to tell him. He's like, what's going on? Well,
We're just hanging out.
what's up? So these kids talk. So they get talking with the little junior kid. And they find out that Mario and Luigi are his babysitters, and he wants to play pranks on them. And they're like, "Oh, we want to play pranks on them too."
Yes, pranks.
So Cheatsy shakes his hand. He's like, "This is the start
of a beautiful acquaintanceship.
They said friendship.
They did say friendship. I'd always just think of the
But
line
I have-
from Lion King 1.5.
I have suspicious eyes towards this. It's not.
I think I drew a
I think-
crazy face
me
because I
too.
think they made a crazy face.
Cheatsy probably made a crazy face. I wrote eyes emoji. So immediately this kid starts.
Oh, it's that when Cheatsy's talking, occasionally his eye will like pop out of the
His
frame.
eye socket.
It'll like pop onto the wrong layer and he'll just have a big eyeball. And I'm just like, okay, please stick your eyes back in, Cheatsy.
Okay, so suddenly this kid is just starting to gaslight Mario and Luigi, and he's like, Mario, Luigi, help me, I'm in trouble! Ah!
They're like, oh no, let's do a mid-air flutter jump.
And the Patooies are spitting mad, and the sound effects here go absolutely nuts. Like, they're supposed to be picking up the fire thing, the spike balls, and throwing them back, but it's absolutely
And then they find
bananas.
two conspicuous sticks that are sitting there on the ground next to their feet, and they start playing Patooie baseball.
But they don't actually hit anything back, but then maybe they do. But the point is that the Patooies leave.
It just runs off. I really like the way the Patooie just sprints off.
He's like, I'm out of here.
Out of here.
So there's this fun setup that Bully has kidnapped the kid, but the
just
kid doesn't
grabs
think
the
he's
kid.
in danger, but of course the kid is in real danger because
course.
Bully's doing this for realsies. So
He just kind of drags him into the cave.
So Dennis the Menace strikes the UK version of Dennis the Menace. He's being mean. He's not just like a bad kid being reckless, he's being mean about it. So they lock Mario and Luigi in with boulders into this
And they're like,
cavern.
oh, what a joke. Ha! And then the
Hey
kid's
guys,
like,
we're doing this all for fun, right? And Koogie's just having a
It's like,
ball.
oh yes, this is very fun.
This is
Oh,
so
I
much
love
fun.
this.
I'm having a great time murdering the Mario brothers.
It's
This is
time
just-
to play. The floor is lava.
But this time the lava's real.
It looks like Minecraft lava.
So I guess so. It's just
Like,
like
the way it's just like
red.
they're sitting there and there's just suddenly red.
red.
It's like I've got this weird lava patch in the middle of one of my Minecraft towns where it's just like suddenly lava and I'm like,
lava.
Where does this come
It's a
from?
super hot spring, but this kid's more self-aware than I figured because he's starting to doubt the kids and he's like, hey, this isn't, I wanted to have fun. This isn't fun anymore. And they're like, oh, this kid's more self-aware than we thought. It's time to kill him
he's
too.
being a buzzkill, so we have to
kill him.
We have to deal with him.
So they deal with him by shoving him down a pipe, and there's a really weird camera spin as he's falling down this. As he's falling down this.
Just makes me think of that Mario 64 part where he
Oh.
just goes,
Ooh! He's bouncing down the pipe. But it's like this weird camera spin. It honestly kind of gave me a little bit of a headache. But
Sorry.
the kid falls into the
2D side-scrolling section from Link's Awakening.
Yeah, I like how they show it in 2D. It's like, this is fun, but then they'll solve the problem by just walking around it, and it's like, hey, you're in 2D, you can't be in 3D.
we have to go with 2D rules.
And the kid said he has a fat ceiling?
What?
I got a fat ceiling. I don't know what he's saying.
I don't know what he said at all.
But
I was too distracted by how sad the thwomps look in the background.
Yeah.
Like they missed and they're just sitting there like,
What my job?
I'm gonna lose around us.
I'm gonna lose my job.
No, there goes my promotion.
So I do feel bad for the kid now, because it is, I guess he was having fun when he first got there, but it's scary when you're alone, and you know the
You're
Mario
surrounded
brothers,
by boo diddlies.
and you know that the Marios aren't there to help you. It's poor kid, but
Well, he probably thinks they're dead.
'cause speaking of them, they are gonna die. But Mario wants to get out of this. They're not gonna go into the pipe that's just like
We
over
didn't
to
see
their
all the
side.
villains yet.
They're gonna go to their side.
Oh, fine, I'll talk about them
The
later.
village.
The villains.
Oh, the villains.
So it's in the pipe. We already talked about the thwomps. There's also some boot diddlies, and we
Yeah.
get our first appearance of Boom Boom.
Oh yeah, he runs in.
Oh, Boom Boom, they did him so dirty.
I feel like they do him better Mario 3D Land onwards. But Mario decides to solve this the brute force way, how to escape the lava.
They're having a
which
hot
is
time
just
in the old volcano tonight.
Chisel a hole out.
It really is like Minecraft.
It's like, what? So then,
I love how suddenly Mario is holding a box of his plumbing equipment.
yeah, he brought it with him, maybe.
But we didn't see it until he needed it, and then it's suddenly there.
Oops. But
So, speaking of butts,
Luigi got stuck again. His booty is too big.
he's too thick.
Thick implies
Mario.
that your thighs.
Oh, Mario, I'm trying to escape.
But my butt is
But the
dummy
clap of
thick.
my butt is dummy thick keeps getting stuck in the wall, Mario. You gotta
I'm
push
trying
out.
to sneak around the boot diddlies, but the clap of my butt cheeks keeps alerting the guards. There you go. That's the line.
Yep, there it is.
My favorite is still someone paid the voice actor for Solid Snake to say that line, and then someone made a Dreams game.
Oh my
With
god.
those lines where when you sneak around on the floor, there's clapping noises because your butt keeps clapping.
Butt in the clap of my butt.
Just
It's
keeps.
alerting the metal
So
gear.
they somehow get Luigi out, and they've carved a cube out of the wall, and they just stick
They
the
just
cube
stick-
back in,
Well,
and
it's
it's
'cause
fine.
They want it to look like they're still in there, so that the
Well, I
Koopas don't know
understand
they're
that,
back.
but my question is, how is the lava pressure not pushing the cube out again?
I don't know.
You know what I mean?
Maybe it was quick drying lava, like quick drying cement, but with
So
lava.
it's already
It's already turned into obsidian. Or
obsidian.
whatever it is.
Whatever it turns into Minecraft. Anyways, so
So they've decided to go rescue Junior because they overhear.
they do hear him screaming in the pipe, and they're like, "Oh no!"
And they overhear the Koopalings like, "Oh, I'm so glad we murdered that kid in the pipe.
"This is great."
Dad's gonna be so proud when
Oh.
we tell him we murdered a child."
Oh, it was that they actually do sound like they're whispering here, where they're like, "Oh no, oh, we gotta be careful about something."
Wow, they actually paid attention to the
They
sound
actually
design.
did some sound design. So Mario says they go into the pipe and they find. No, they don't find Junior yet.
Well, they
so
gotta
they go down
through all the things that Junior did.
and they show. Let's show that big bad boom boom some of our patent Super Mario super moves.
And so they start doing their, like, Mario acrobatics, but then they get out of sync, and so then it's just weird, and then Luigi,
Teleports.
throws Mario up like a flying ravioli.
I think the super move.
I really love the way he twirls. It just makes
I
me think
think-
of, like, when you throw up a pizza.
I think the super move is to teleport while backflipping, but they're honestly their way of flipping one into the air and having
Puts
them
his
stomp
butt
on the
straight
other.
at Boom Boom's face.
It reminds me of Superstar Saga, where you work together to
True.
vault the other ones around.
Yeah. Oh, I love those moves. Now I
Yeah.
gotta play Superstar Saga.
You're gonna
again.
play DX or
Of course
the
I'll play
original?
DX.
We have both.
Like
Anyways,
Bowser's Minions.
Baz's minions. So Mario gives a war cry as he's flying down, and it's to yell Super Mario
As he sticks his butt right in Boom Boom's face.
as he. What is with butts?
I don't know. This show just really likes butts.
Anyways, so
So this scene, a lot of people like to bring this up of Luigi scaring the Boo Diddleys. Who
Yeah.
have surprisingly low voices for Boo Diddleys.
It's that the Boo Diddleys go to scare him, and then Luigi gets the jump on them and scares them back. And it's like, what? When does this happen?
That is true, they're very shy.
This reminds
Also, it
me.
looks like they have band-aids on them. Like, I think before we were like, oh, it's their curly tail, but here it's just like, why do they have a random spot on their belly?
They
Like,
gotta swipe.
know.
But honestly, the face that Luigi made reminds me of Hamtaro Ham Heartbreak. Do you know what I'm talking
the
about?
little hamster ghost?
Well, they're not little. They're big, and
Well,
they're
yeah.
they're big and scary.
Compared to Hamtaro, they're
But
big.
thankfully, we found Junior, and he's like, Mario! I'm so sorry. I tried to murder you. And Cookie is just so enthused. He's like, all right, guys, now we're gonna burn the child to death. It's gonna be so much fun.
I was too distracted by Roy's voice.
Yes, Bully's voice dropped so low. I think
hit
he
puberty.
forgot to do his
He forgot
accent.
to do his accent, so he's just talking like, all right, everybody, it's time to go murder these kids. And it's just like, Bully, what are you doing?
It's so scary. But we get the song. It's the repeat song. Sizzle.
Yeah, they play Sizzle again.
Or Fizzle. I forget what it's called. So there's something weird where they're running away from the lava at this point.
I feel really bad for the baddies that live in this pipe
yeah.
maze.
Like some of them jump up and they miss the lava.
Because, like, the thwomps are all like, whoa, 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 lava. And then the
Oh
Boo
my
Diddleys
God.
are like, ow, my eyes, that's too bright.
Ow.
And then Boom Boom's like, where's the ladder? Jeez.
I've noted that you gotta stay still in a cool pose when the lava burns you. Your skeleton's cool. This is what people looked like they were doing.
It just makes me think of that one comic
From
about
Kirby?
Didi and Meta Knight.
Yeah, where were they in Rainbow Curse?
Oh, they're like, oh no, here comes the curse. A quick, strike a cool pose.
What? Why? So to look cool when
We're frozen forever.
Is it cool? Just go with it. Go with it. But it's really fun. But they escape out, and he's like, "Thank you, you two. You're so."
The lava just explodes out of the pipe.
Explodes, and he's like, "Thank you, you two." And Luigi's all shy, taking the compliment. He's like, "Oh, it's so sweet. Oh, thanks."
They super leave fun out of there.
They superheated the volcano, and the pipe welds shut before exploding once more. It's like, what?
So, Junior gets some lava to the face, although apparently it was the cool
It was
lava.
just, no, it
because
was
it's-
ash.
Okay,
It was
just-
the ash
just
that
ash.
comes out of lava. And they pat him down. Pat. And they're like, oh man, we can't.
Oh, we can't just leave this volcano here.
Oh, I know what they're talking about. So they build a impromptu
Wile E. Coyote trap.
Wile E. Coyote, what's it called? Catapult?
A catapult, yeah.
Yeah. Where
They're gonna ricochet a boulder, a giant boulder, to plug up the
perfectly
volcano.
into, it feels like we're Breath of the Wild again, where you have to keep vaulting Yonobo at the divine beast.
I was thinking of how, like, you can do a speedrun tactic of standing on the boulder and then whacking it a bunch while it's in stasis,
Oh, yeah.
and then you go, whee!
And then you fly upwards. So Mario does mention, oh, we can't budget! Just like this show's budget. We can't budget.
Yeah, we really can't budget.
But eventually they do budget, and they release the catapult, and it
They
perfectly...
cheat with their tails.
Yeah, they like, they wiggle it over. And so they perfectly land it onto the pipe, the volcano's top, and they made him...
No wonder the kid is so proud. Like, that was a good shot.
It was, and they made him an honorary plumber's helper.
Oh,
And it's like,
so
dang,
cute.
this is turning out nicer
They
than
are
I
good
thought it was.
babysitters.
And now
They got a boogie on back to Brooklyn.
because Luigi, in his watch that he's always been wearing,
Well, hey, he's wearing a turtleneck, so you usually can't see the watch.
you're saying he's wearing a long-sleeved shirt. His watch is not on
Maybe
his
it's
neck.
like that What?
Is you implying that the
A
turtleneck...
long sleeve turtleneck. Come
Okay,
on.
but you didn't say long-sleeved. There are.
Maybe it's like
Tank
that episode of
turtlenecks.
Sakamoto where he draws the watch on his wrist.
Time is
Time
money.
is money.
And he smuggles out the Triple X DVDs. And they're like, can you do it again? And he's like, no can do.
No, they're like, do you want to watch him with us? And he's
Oh.
like, I have to watch my documentary. And then they all feel
Like they're not
too pressured and they just return all the DVDs.
Ooh, the fire department is driving on by. So they return home and they're all happy, and this kid's just turned into DW. I feel now that he's happier with them, he's like, oh no, we forgot to take my bath that they mentioned earlier.
Well, I
Mom's
think that's
gonna-
the whole reason he got hit with ash. Because
Okay,
it was
is that he's
so that
dirty.
He would look dirty, and they're like, "Oh no! If my mom comes in and sees that I'm dirty, they'll never let you babysit me again. Please babysit me again. This was so much fun."
Yeah, I do like that, where he's like, that is if you want to.
And Mario's like, "Well, if your mom makes more lasagna, then sure."
He never says this, but they throw him into the shower. They throw him into the bath,
They
and
put
they
in a bunch
put
of suds. The
soap
suds are like
suds.
covering up their ears.
Yeah,
that was cute.
Or they lost the power-ups, but they walk in, and the mom's like, "Oh, my gosh,
he took a bath.
you
Whoa.
got him to take a bath? Are you available next Friday?" And the kid's like, "Oh boy, this is gonna be so super to hang out with the Super Mario Bros." It's like, how many times are we gonna say super in this
It's
episode?
a super good show because we get supercharged.
Super Mario. Sorry, we're hit with a wave
I just keep thinking about that lasagna.
of yawn.
Mario never got to eat that lasagna.
Maybe they ate it. We don't see what happened after the kid
Maybe he took a
finished off. I'm pretty sure they took the lasagna with them as they left.
Thanks.
The lasagna
They're like,
looks...
"Oh, here's your pay." And he's like, "Just the lasagna.
Well, Luigi's like, I'd like the money, please.
I'll take the money."
I'll take the money, but
He
also
just wants
he'll
the-
take payment
That
in
lasagna looks good.
It looks so good. So that's the end of our episode. Who would you say your most valuable paisano is? I don't really have one either.
I don't know.
Can we give it to two people?
I mean, why not?
I'd say the Mario brothers.
Yes.
Both of them had fun aspects in this episode.
Mario had his lasagna. Love.
He had his lasagna and the fact that he's, it's not gumming up to the kid, but he's growing fonder
I
with
still
the
keep
kid.
thinking of the scene where they flip him through the air. It was just so funny the way he rolled through the air.
What is it? The boulder?
No, they flipped Mario through the air when they're doing the acrobatics.
Oh,
He
okay.
just looked like a ravioli.
Whee!
Pasta power!
That's the thing with pasta power. You need two people to pasta.
Luigi had more butt
It takes
antics.
two to pasta. Lots of butt antics, and I like how shy he was about taking the compliment. You think so?
Oh, Luigi's never one to take the limelight.
I guess so. He's an eternal shadow. I'm glad we're past that phase of Mario.
Luigi being depressed.
Depressed Luigi. And then Super Smash Brothers Brawl was like, yeah, he makes this negative zone because he's so depressed. And the next scene, they're like, no, he likes busting ghosts.
It's fine. He's found his own thing to do.
He's different from Mario in his own way.
So we're giving it to the Mario Bros.
The Mario Brothers.
You know, plumbing is their game.
Mm-hmm.
They found a secret warp tunnel while working on this kid's drain.
Well, they weren't even working on the drain. They just ended up in the kid's drain.
But do you think they left by filling up the tub and just jumping down the tub?
That's what they did in that toddler terrors.
Time trap.
Toddler terrors of time travel. That is what they did there. So, where can we find you, Peach?
Here. Sitting in this chair.
Yeah, we can find you online.
Working on art. For peachsupremeart.tumblr.com.
Hopefully. We're gonna get it done.
Someone's kicking my butt about it. Oh, right now, there's the kick to the butt. Okay. Where can we find you, Delfino?
I am at
Darius?
delfinodurians.tumblr.com. You can listen to this on YouTube 2 days early on Mondays. That is every Monday.
Yep.
No, every Monday. We don't upload on whims. We upload every Monday.
Monday.
And then every Wednesday.
Monday.
On podcast services. But I will throw a bonus episode in for the 15th of the month, which has
we
passed.
just had ours yesterday.
Yeah.
Well,
When we're recording, it was yesterday.
Last week.
Last week when you're listening to this.
I hope people are enjoying those extra episodes.
Yeah.
I think so.
Let us know if you are.
I like doing the reanimated. They're very near and dear to my heart.
Yes, and it feels good to share the word, even though our audience is like 5 people.
Yeah.
One of those people, thank you, Hans, by the way, you get a shout out.
Hans is the best.
Because you shared the Hotel Mario reanimated on your stream the other day. It was very thoughtful of you.
I
Thank
still
you.
really love the episode we filmed with Hans.
I am, and I've been working out audio stuff, so next time you come on, your mic will sound better. I super duper promise.
Oh, we've got a cool guest coming up soon.
We
though.
do.
I am excited.
They're in 2 weeks' time, so think about what episode's airing then, and we'll hear your hypotheses for who our guest will be in the comments below. Our outro was composed by Taylor Lair. You can find their music at tlair.bandcamp.com. That is the letter T, laire.bandcamp.com.
We're in for a treat next week, folks.
Because it's time to do the Koopa.
Bye, Zani. Bye, Zanies.
I hope those Mario brothers never find me.
Look! That strange little fella! He's a real worlder!
Hey, Mondo Bizarro dudes!